Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to solve a puzzle that starts with a single cracked egg in Nigeria and ends with a huge lesson about something we all deal with every single day: trust.
That means good morning in Hausa, a language you'll hear all over Nigeria. And it's the perfect place to start our story today, on a local farm with a lesson about something we all handle constantly: packaging.
So let's kick things off with a story. A bit of a disaster, actually. We're going to see this through the eyes of a young man named Chinedu, who's about to learn a very important lesson about getting things right from the start.
And really, it all boils down to this one simple question, right? Because as Chinedu is about to find out, a seemingly small mistake in how you carry something can lead to a really big and really messy problem.
And there it is, that sinking feeling. We've all been there, haven't we? You've got something fragile, you put it in the wrong kind of bag, and disaster. Chinedu's little accident is our starting point for understanding a much, much bigger idea. So you see, Chinedu's broken eggs, they actually crack open this huge question, one that affects the food we eat, the stuff we buy, and how much we can trust the people we're buying from. And this is the big idea we're going to dig into. We're going way beyond just, not breaking eggs. We're talking about how packaging is this fundamental tool for safety, for keeping food fresh, and for making business work at all.
All right, so how do we fix this? Well, lucky for Chinedu, he's got his grandfather, Baba Ugo. And Baba Ugo is a master at this. He knows exactly how to get things from the farm to the market safely. And guess what? He's got a system. See, this isn't just random chance or guesswork. According to Baba Ugo, it all comes down to 4 simple, logical criteria that can solve pretty much any packaging puzzle you can think of. Let's break them down.
Okay, first up, and this is so logical when you think about it, what is the thing you're trying to pack? What's it actually like? Is it delicate? Is it heavy? Is it a liquid? The very nature of the item itself is your first big clue. And this chart just lays it out so clearly, right? You've got these big, tough yams. They're totally fine in a simple woven sack. But eggs? No way. They are fragile, so they need a special tray. And palm oil, a liquid, obviously needs a sealed drum so it doesn't leak everywhere. The product tells you what package you need.
Okay, number 2. This one's a game changer. The condition of the produce. Is it fresh? Is it dry? Is it alive? Because fresh stuff has totally different needs than, say, dried beans. Does it need air? Does it need to stay dry? This is critical.
And you can see why this matters so much here. Think about fresh tomatoes. If you seal them in a plastic bag, they're going to get mushy and spoil. They need air, so an open basket is perfect. Same thing for live snails. A sealed container is, well, a death sentence. They need a ventilated cage to make the trip. Criterion 3 is, well, it's pretty straightforward, but you absolutely can't skip it. The package has to be big enough and strong enough for the job. It sounds simple, but it's where a lot of things can go wrong. I mean, it's just common sense, right? You wouldn't try to put a huge, heavy bunch of plantains in a tiny little paper bag. It needs a big, sturdy basket. But for just a handful of peppers, a small bag is totally fine. You match the container to the cargo. And finally, number 4. This is where it gets really interesting. Baba Ugo says you have to think about the journey. How far does this stuff have to travel? Because a short trip is a whole different ballgame than a long one.
And this is a huge deal. I mean, if you're just walking 10 minutes down the road to the local market, a simple basket's probably fine. But a trip from Kano all the way down to Lagos, we're talking hundreds of miles on bumpy roads. That requires something way more heavy duty, like strong, durable crates, to make sure everything arrives in one piece.
So you see, when you start putting these 4 rules together, it's about way more than just avoiding a mess with some eggs. You're actually building a chain of protection that leads to something even more important: trust.
So, good packaging is actually doing 3 really important jobs at once. Number 1, it protects the food from getting smashed or spoiled. Number 2, it protects people, making sure everything is safe to handle. But that third one, building trust, that's the real prize. And this is where we get to my favorite part. There's this amazing Nigerian concept called jara. It's that little something extra a seller gives you, like a bonus. And with packaging, the jara is trust. When your customer gets exactly what they paid for, fresh and unbroken, that good feeling, that's the bonus. That's what makes them come back. Of course, today, there's another layer to this whole puzzle, isn't there? We have to think about the planet. You have a choice between something like a reusable basket, which is strong, lets air through, and is eco-friendly, versus a single-use plastic bag, which is often flimsy and just ends up as trash.
Okay, so now it's your turn. Let's do a little pop quiz and see how Baba Ugo's wisdom can help us solve a real-world logistics problem. It's time to be a packaging hero.
All right, here's the challenge. You gotta get live snails from Enugu to Abuja. So, let's run the checklist. What's their nature and condition? Well, they're alive, they're a bit fragile, and they absolutely need air. So the right package becomes obvious, right? It's gotta be a basket or a cage with holes for air and a good lid. A sealed bag? Absolutely not. The system just gives you the answer.
And that's really the big takeaway here. The next time you pick something up in a store, I want you to really look at it. Look at the box, the bag, the wrapper. It's not just there to look pretty. It's making a promise to you. A promise of protection, of quality, and of trust. The real question is it a promise you believe?